When you are the father of a newborn, you are not just taking care of the baby, you are taking care of the mother. This sounds obvious, and it is. But as with most things, experience carries its own lessons. For example, a simple thing like balancing the sleeping patterns between me and the queen can test the mind. At night, I try to stay awake if baby is awake, so that Nahanda only needs to wake to feed the baby. But she says, go to sleep, because I have things to do and I can't if I don't get enough sleep. This is logical, but if I go to sleep and awake realizing that she has not slept, or slept less, it's not a good feeling. Maybe slightly irrational, but it's real. While her only concern is making sure baby is fed, changed, and comforted when needed. As a man, the focus will naturally be on providing. You want to be economically stable when baby comes. It's so easy to let this occupy the mental to the point that not enough attention is being paid to the needs of the woman carrying and feeding the baby. Not that I am guilty of this, at least I don't think I am, but I can see and understand how it is easy to get into this mindset and manifest this imbalance. The truth is, the physical toll on a woman's body is a lot, let alone the mental and emotional. Caring for baby is one thing, but it is also important to pay attention to your woman. Talk to her, listen to her, make sure she's eating properly, guide her through the physio, allow her to get as much rest as possible. Try to keep her mind engaged, as her focus can be so much on baby that she also doesn't pay enough attention to herself. The processes of a woman's body do not suddenly end once the baby is born. She will continue to experience all kinds of changes, some quite challenging, for quite some time as her body recovers. I am learning the extent to which the more I take care of mummy and do what she needs doing, the more I also take care of baby. I do hope I am doing a good job so far. I will do a better one from today onwards. Ashe. Peace and blessings, kings and queens, tender and wadi. We thankful unto the Most High, Mother, Father, Creator of the universe. Welcome back here again for another new Black Daddy Diary. And this one, not as long as last week, was it? You know what I mean? Not as long as last week, but we give thanks. You know what I mean? Same way. Obviously, this one kind of speaks for itself, you know, it really does. The major experience of obviously being at home for a couple of days, and being very conscious, of what is going on and doing the man thing, the man thing, which is, you know what I mean, focusing on all the external, what's around and the child and the mother, making sure, you know what I'm saying, there's money for this, there's money for that, there's food in the house, and then kind of things there. And then, you know, you might focus on the baby in terms, you know what I'm saying, them kind of things, you know what I'm saying, but remembering, that your partner, your woman, your empress, your queen has just had a child, has just, you know what I'm saying, given birth, has just, in my case, pushed a 7+ pound human being, out from within themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, we cannot underestimate, the toll that takes on the body, and the fact that the hormonal state of the body, you know what I'm saying, the physical state in terms of the muscles and them kind of things there's all kind of processes still going on, in relation to even the breastfeeding and how that's developing. It's taking the woman's body on some next journeys, after she's actually given birth, and so obviously you're aware of these things, it's not one of the things, you're aware of it, you know what I'm saying, but being in it, is a different thing. And so on this morning, because of some of the things that my partner was going through, we had some difficulties in terms of, you know, what she was going through physically, which I won't go into. No graphic explanations, except and until she sits with me here and we'll talk some stuff in it, as much as she wants to talk in it. But we're not talk our business unless she wants to talk our business, or she wants to talk our business. But, you know, just being very aware of that and really having to support her through those things, because just as much as, you know, my focus is on everything around and blah blah blah, her focus is on baby, and so being that focused on baby can sometimes mean that she's not necessarily paying enough attention to herself. And so I became more conscious of the fact that I have to pay a lot of attention to her and ask her, just ask her daily, how are you? How are you feeling? How does your body feel? Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously during this time, I was doing all the cooking, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Morning, noon and night. All the cooking was being done by me. And so, like cooking and preparing things according to whatever she's feeling like or experiencing at a particular time as well is important. I had a lot of conversations with my second mother, that's my dad's wife, growing up in terms of postnatal depression. Yeah. And I remember some of those conversations and the extent to which mothers go through this, yeah, and what brings it on, and I'm saying them kind of things there. So it's something that I'm conscious of. We give thanks that my partner didn't seem to go through any serious, episodes, yeah, of that kind of thing. But just being very conscious of it, being knowing what that is, because it's not necessarily a particular circumstance that brings it on. Just what I'm saying. But just being aware of what that is and being mindful, yeah. It's these little things that help, yeah. It also gives you avenues as well, to be able to know that as a parent, as a father more specifically, to create, and I'm going to go into this in a later reflection, I think, but to find ways to create close time with your son or your baby, because mummy's breastfeeding, it kind of comes to the territory that she's going to get a lot of close time, yeah. But as a father, you kind of have to create that. So, but oftentimes, because she's going to need to sleep or she's going to need a break, you kind of create your close time with your skin to skin time and them kind of things there. In moments like that, just I'm saying, you don't leave it exclusively to that, but you do, try to identify if baby's crying, for example, for an extended period of time and she needs a break, take the pitney, and, you create the time around that. These little things, you have to get into a certain rhythm, yeah? Which we were doing at this point, because, again, this is soon after we had brought baby home that I wrote this particular reflection. It was really just kind of getting into that routine and settling it into the home life. This really became one of the thoughts at the forefront of my mind. As a father, yeah, you're not just taking care of the baby, you're taking care of everybody. You're taking care of the mother, and we have another child as well, my partner's older daughter. You know what I'm saying? So it's all of these dynamics, yeah. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is be mindful of the interpersonal, yeah, and not just the external, yeah, which I think we can do as men. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't think I was overly guilty of this, but the fact that it dawned on me so consciously at that particular point means that on some level I wasn't there prior. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think I was there to a certain degree, but probably not sufficiently. Or maybe just the experience was bringing it home to me in a way that I hadn't previously considered. Whatever it is, it's just important to be very, very mindful of. You know what I mean? In sharing these, a sister asked for me to do a video of advice, yeah, from men, yeah, for fathers, advising them of how to guide their partners through labor, through childbirth, and the postnatal processes and them kind of things there. This is my first one, yeah, and I got a brethren by the name of Daniel, aka Jizla, who has far more children than me. So we are going to. I've put it to him, and he's agreed. Yeah, when I call him, then we're gonna do it. But we're gonna do a video together, looking at that. Hopefully sometime soon. Yeah. But yeah, I think these things are important for us to share these experiences as men. As always, would love to hear more from other men in terms of how they experience this thing. You know what I'm saying? Just for example, when I mentioned it in the reflection, it's just like the sleeping thing, yeah? Because in that sense, because your partner's going to want sleep, and the balance is that you know, you have to sleep because me have to go to a road and, you know what I'm saying, and them kind of things there, you know, so I have to sleep to be able to function in that way. And she said that to me, but I'm trying to stay up because I don't want her to lose sleep, you know what I'm saying? So once baby's fed, you know what I mean? So how I kind of, you know, balanced it is that, you know, go to sleep, you know what I'm saying? I go to sleep. When he wakes up, I wake up for a bit and he feeds. Generally, he went back to sleep. But if he was up for an extended period of time after feeding, yeah, then I would take him, you know what I'm saying, and sacrifice my sleep and let her get some sleep in that circumstance. Other than that, I would stay asleep because she said to me, you know, you need to be able to sleep so you can go to, you know, when you've got jobs and them kind of things there, you know what I mean, you know. And so it's finding those balances, yeah, between you, whereby you can support each other as a couple. So I said I would love to hear the man them and the brothers them and the fathers them, the husband them, you know, yeah, reflections and views on this particular one and how, you know, you found taking care of the mother of your children in the postnatal period, you know what I mean? Very, very interesting, you know. And maybe one day we'll go more into that, you know what I mean? But yeah, short reflection today, you know what I'm saying? No long thing, you get me, like last week. But yeah, next week might be longer, we'll see, you know what I'm saying? But we'll give thanks same way. And I see you, yeah, in about a week's time for a next new Black Daddy reflection. Peace and blessings, 10 don't worry.